This painting was made by Edvard Munch, but it's not famous because of the scream. It's famous because there isn't one. For more than a century, millions of people have looked at this image and assumed the same thing. A terrified person standing on a bridge, screaming into the night. But according to the artist himself, that's not what is happening at all. The figure isn't screaming. The figure is hearing a scream, and that single detail changes everything. This painting is called The Scream, created by Edvard Munch in 1893, and more than 100 years later it remains one of the most recognizable images in human history. Not because it's beautiful, not because it's technically perfect, because it captures a feeling almost everyone has experienced: anxiety. At first glance, the painting looks simple. A strange figure stands on a bridge. The sky burns with shades of orange and red. Two people walk in the distance. Everything feels distorted. Nothing feels stable. And that's exactly the point. Because the scream isn't trying to show reality. It's trying to show emotion. Edvard Munch wasn't interested in painting the world as it looked. He wanted to paint the world as it felt. To understand this painting, we need to understand the man who created it. Edvard Munch's life was filled with tragedy. His mother died when he was young. His sister died from tuberculosis. Illness surrounded his family. Death surrounded his family. For much of his life, Munch struggled with anxiety, depression, fear, loneliness, and those emotions eventually found their way into his art. He once wrote about an experience that changed him forever. One evening, he was walking with two friends as the sun began to set. The sky suddenly turned blood red. The landscape around him seemed to vibrate. Everything felt wrong. His friends continued walking, but Munch stopped, and then he felt it. An enormous scream passing through nature itself. Not a sound coming from a person, a sound coming from existence, a sound coming from the universe. Years later, that experience became the scream, and suddenly the painting starts making sense. The figure isn't creating the scream. The figure is reacting to it. Look closely. The hands cover the ears. The mouth hangs open. The eyes widen in terror. This isn't the expression of someone shouting. It's the expression of someone overwhelmed. Someone experiencing something they cannot escape. Something they cannot control. Something they cannot even explain. And that's why so many people connect with the painting. Because anxiety often feels exactly like that. You don't know where it came from. You don't know how to stop it. You only know it's there. The background figures make the scene even more unsettling. Notice the two people walking away in the distance. They appear calm, unaffected, almost disconnected from the chaos happening in the foreground. Munch included them for a reason, because anxiety is often invisible. The people around us may seem fine. The world continues moving. Life continues normally. Yet inside one person's mind, everything is collapsing. That contrast makes the painting feel painfully modern, even today, even more than a century later. But perhaps the most disturbing part of the scream is the sky. Look at it carefully. The sky twists, burns, moves, almost like fire spreading across the horizon. For decades, people wondered why Munch painted it that way. Then scientists proposed something fascinating. In 1883, 10 years before the scream was painted, the volcano Krakatoa erupted in Indonesia. The eruption was so powerful that it affected skies across the world. For months, sunsets appeared unusually red, unusually dramatic. Some researchers believe Munch may have witnessed similar atmospheric effects. Whether that's true or not, the sky feels unnatural, and that unnatural sky transforms the entire painting into a nightmare. The scream became so influential that it eventually escaped the art world completely. It appeared in movies, television, advertising, memes, costumes, parodies. Almost everyone recognizes the image, yet very few people know what it actually represents. Most assume it's about fear, but fear is usually specific because fear has a cause, it has a target. But anxiety is different. Anxiety feels endless and unpredictable. And that is exactly what Munch captured: anxiety. That is why the scream still feels relevant today. Modern life moves faster than ever. People constantly face pressure, uncertainty, isolation, information overload, stress. And despite all our technology, despite all our progress, the emotion at the center of the scream remains unchanged. Because human beings have changed less than we like to believe, we still worry, we still fear, we still feel overwhelmed. And when those emotions become too large, too powerful, too difficult to control, we see ourselves reflected in Munch's painting. More than 100 years have passed since Edvard Munch painted the Scream. Empires have fallen, technologies have transformed society, entire generations have come and gone. Yet the figure still stands on that bridge, still covering its ears, still frozen in that moment, still listening to a scream that nobody else seems able to hear. And perhaps that's the true reason this painting became immortal, because the scream isn't showing us a stranger, it's showing us ourselves.